Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Susie from Susie's Room for Crochet and I'm here today as I made this little tea light holder and popped it on my social media, and I've had so many people asking me if I can do a little tutorial on it, so that's what I'm going to do for you now. It's just basically a little glass jar. You can use any like leftover candle jars or maybe jars from like cooking sauces, and it's got like a little electric tea light holder, tea light in it. It is a tea light holder, so it's got this little candle in there. I wouldn't recommend using a real candle because obviously like the yarn is quite close, but yeah, so you'll just need a little glass jar, and I'm going to be using this DK weight yarn in these kind of colours, because I'm going to try and get like a stained glass effect, but I don't know if that's going to work. And it's DK weight and a 4mm crochet hook. So if you'd like to grab your yarn and hook, we can get started. And we're going to start off with a slip knot. You can do that however you prefer. And we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to just join to the first chain with a slip stitch, and then you've got this little circle that we're going to crochet through. So what we're going to be doing is this circle underneath to start with. So if you'd like to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, that counts as our first double crochet, and we're going to put another 11 double crochets through that center circle. So yarn over, insert your hook into the circle, grab the yarn and pull through. You've got 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and that's your double crochet. I'm talking in US terms. And then we're going to put another 10 double crochets in there for a total of 12. So yarn over, insert your hook through the circle, grab the yarn and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's 4 I've done. Do the rest of yours and I'll meet you back here to show you how we're going to carry on. Okay, so I've got my 12 double crochets here, and what we're going to do now is insert your hook into the top of that first chain 3 that we did. Grab the yarn and just pull through both loops for a slip stitch. So that's round 1 completed. We're now going to chain 3. That counts as our first double crochet, and we're going to put another double crochet back into that same stitch. So that's 2 double crochets in the same stitch. And then what we're going to do is work our way around, put in 2 double crochets into each stitch, and when you get around to your final stitch you should have 24 double crochets. So yarn over, insert your hook into each stitch and put 2 double crochets into each stitch, and I'll meet you back round when you get to the end with your 24 double crochets. Okay, I've got my 24 double crochets. I'm now going to insert my hook into the top of the first chain 3, grab the yarn and pull through, and that's how you should be looking with whatever colour you're using. Now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to skip 2 stitches and single crochet into the 3rd chain. Then we're going to do that again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip 2 and single crochet into the next stitch. Chain 5, skip 2 stitches and single crochet into the next. And this is all you're going to do, working your way around, skipping 2, chaining 5 and single crocheting. And I'll meet you back at the end of this round to show you what we're going to do next. Okay, so I've worked my way around. I've done my last chain of 5, and what we're going to do is we're going to insert our hook into that first stitch there and do a slip stitch, and that's how you should be looking now. And now what we're going to do is we're going to insert our hook into that stitch there, the first stitch of your first chain 5, and do a slip stitch, and into the next stitch grab the yarn and do a slip stitch. And then what you're going to do is single crochet and chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then go to your next space, insert your hook and do a single crochet, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move to your next space, insert your hook and do a single crochet. A single crochet you don't yarn over, you just insert your hook in, grab the yarn, pull through 2 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through 2. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Insert your hook into the next chain 5 space and do a single crochet. Chain 5. Insert your hook into the next chain 5 space and do a single crochet. Chain 5. Insert your hook into the next chain 5 and do a single crochet. Chain 5. Insert your hook into the next space and do a single crochet. Chain 5. Insert your hook into the next chain 5 space and do a single crochet. Chain 5. This will be your last chain 5, and then that first single crochet that you did after slip stitching, you insert your hook into that single crochet and do a slip stitch, and that's your first round of your crisscross stitch completed. Next, what you're going to do, and for every row you're going to finish like this and start like this till you get your work to the height that you want it to be. So insert your hook into the first stitch after slip stitching and slip stitch, and into the next one and slip stitch, and then do a single crochet. So every row you're going to start like this, and if you're a little bit unsure where you're ending, just put a little stitch marker in that single crochet stitch, and then off you go again, chaining 5 and single crochet into the next chain 5 space, chain 5, single crochet into the next chain 5 space, work your way around, and when we come to the end here I'll show you once more how we're going to finish and start. Okay, so I've done my last chain 5, and what we're going to do is insert our hook into that first single crochet like we did on the previous round, and then we're going to slip stitch 2 stitches over, and then we're going to do a single crochet to begin our next round. Put your little stitch marker in there if you're not sure where it's going to end, and you can see already it's starting to take shape because we're not making it any increases. Your pattern and work will start to come up, and you're just going to continue round following what I've showed you to do, round and round, finishing and ending like I've just shown you, and until you reach the height of your glass candle holder that you're making. So continue round, keep going, and when I've got to the height I want mine to be, I'll be back to show you how we're going to do like this next bit. So continue working round and I'll be back soon to show you how we're going to continue on. Okay, so I've been working my way around. I've taken the cover off of my glass jar, and I'm just gonna see if it's enough. So I think that will be enough, because you want it to stretch a little bit so that you can see the crisscrosses, otherwise it will be like that if you don't stretch it a little bit. So what we're going to do next is we're going to do a single crochet and then a chain one, and then place a single crochet into that stitch as well, that last single crochet that you did. And then in this chain 5 space you're going to put 4 single crochets, so 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then in the single crochet you'll do a single crochet and then work your way into the next space and do 4 single crochets, and then a single crochet in the single crochet, and then go into the next chain 5 space. So basically every chain 5 space you're putting 4 single crochets in, and in every single crochet you're putting a single crochet in. So work your way around doing your single crochets, and I'll meet you back here to show you how we're going to continue. Okay, so I've put all my single crochets in, and now what I'm going to do is slip stitch to the first single crochet that I did, and that's how you should be looking. And now what we're going to do is chain 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to skip 1 stitch and single crochet into the next stitch, chain 3, skip 1 stitch and single crochet into the next stitch, chain 3, skip a stitch and single crochet into the next stitch. And this is how you're going to work your way around. So continue round, and I'll meet you back at the end of this round to show you what we're going to do next. Okay, I'm almost at the end of this round. I've got 1 more chain 3 to do, and then what I'm going to do is slip stitch to the bottom of that first chain 3 that we did, and then insert your hook into the chain 3 space, grab the yarn and do a slip stitch, so you're now in that space, and chain 3, which counts as our first double crochet. You're then going to put another 4 double crochets into that space for a total of 5. So that's 4 plus our chain 3 is 5. And then into the next chain 3 space you're going to do a single crochet, then move to your next chain 3 space and put 5 double crochets in, double crochets, and then into your next chain 3 space a single crochet. And this is how you're going to work your way around, doing 5 double crochets in 1 chain 3 space, and in the next a single crochet, 5 double crochets, single crochets. Work your way all the way around, and I'll be back to show you what we're going to do next. Okay, I've done my last 5 double crochets into that chain 3 space, and now I'm going to single crochet into the next chain 3 space, and then join with a slip stitch to the top of the first chain 3 that you did. And that's the final part of this pattern. So if you want to draw your yarn up, grab your scissors and just snip the yarn, and then what you'll do is sew that end in. But what I'm going to show you to do next is to grab your yarn again and make a slip knot and chain I think about 80 to 100 depending on how long you want your little bow to be. I'm going to chain 80 and then I'll meet you back here. Okay, I'm back. I've chained 80, and then what you're going to do is when you've done your last chain, just draw your yarn up and snip that, pull through and just pull tight on that. And then if you just cross that over as if you're going to make a little knot and pull through, and just kind of like maneuver that knot down to the bottom, that will give you like a little ball. And then you can just snip your yarn there and then go to the other end where you started, just pull tight on that and do the same thing. And then just snip your yarn. And then all you have to do is thread all this through. We should have perhaps done it before. Probably should have done it before. We probably should have done the little balls after, because I'm not sure I'm going to get the needle through now. I remember we tried just by doing it by hand. So all you have to do is thread this through, like in and out through these little holes. It's probably a good idea to thread it through using your needle and then do the little balls on the end. Be a bit quicker, but this is okay. So we'll thread it all through. Okay, that's all threaded through. And then this little thread that you have here, if you just grab your darning needle and you can just sew that in. You just go through the yarn and back and forth a couple of times on the back of your work. Go back the opposite way, and then once more through the other way, and that should be tight enough. Just pull that in tight and snip the yarn, and then if you just pull on this so that you have like both ends even, and you can just slip your little jar in. Just pull it up and then tie it. Let's do it this way so you can see what I'm doing. And we just make a little bow. And there you have like your little candle holder. I mean, this had quite a bit of white in it, so it didn't turn out to be stained glass looking, but it still looks really pretty. And then you just pop your little candle in there, your electric candle. And yeah, you can put that in the garden. I mean, it's daylight at the moment, so you can't see that it's properly lit up, but I think it looks like really pretty. And they make nice little gifts to give to people, like, you know, to your friends if you're going for a little coffee morning or something. It's always nice to take something, and it would make a change from cakes and biscuits. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this little tutorial, and I hope you've been able to follow along with me, and I'll be back soon with another tutorial for you all. Thank you all for watching. Bye for now.